Everybody. So I had put down that we're going to study the different kaddish, and I'm just I guess to remind some of you, in case you don't realize, the Hatzi Kaddish or the Chatzi Kaddish is called the half Kaddish. It's basically the first 2 to 3 paragraphs, and it's included in all of the others. So we're not really going to go over that separately because we'll go over it with the other one. So the first one that I put down that I thought we should study is the Kaddish de Rabbanan. And if you're not aware of what this is, the Kaddish de Rabbanan is the Kaddish of the rabbis, and it's recited after communal prayer. So in the morning, and also on Shabbat, anytime you start with morning prayer with a shachrit, or you have the Kaddish de Rabbanan, you have Pezuke, you have Kaddish de Rabbanan. It's here. I'll just read to you. It includes a prayer for blessings, peace, long life, etc., for the rabbis, their students, and all those who engage in religious study. So it starts off the same as all the others, but then as you get down towards the bottom, last 2 big paragraphs, there's a lot of different words, and it's just a matter of practicing them and learning them. So, and a lot of people get stuck on them because you're so used to saying mourners kaddish, which goes zhit, but this has different words in it. The kaddish shalom is what's called the complete kaddish, and this is said at the end of where the Amida is. And the reason is that the Kaddish Shalom follows the Amida because the prayer is which Jews traditionally make supplication for God. And everyone has been saying that, so we add this. It designates the difference in a service, a prayer service. You go from Shachrit to Torah service, so you always say Kaddish Shalom. You go from Torah service to Musaf, so you always say Kaddish Shalom. It's that break it tells you it's ending that service and starting another. It contains a verse that requests that God accept the prayers of all the people of Israel. So that's one little difference to it. Then the Kaddish Yatom, it's called, which is the Kaddish, the mourners Kaddish. Yatom means orphans. And I mean, we say the mourners Kaddish if we lose a sister, a brother, a child, but it started off just as if you lost a parent. So that's why it's the mourners Kaddish. And it doesn't mention death or dying at all, which is the amazing thing about all of our prayers. Our prayers don't even mention fighting and getting even or anything like that. Our prayers are about peace and goodness and us living good lives. So the mourners Kaddish doesn't talk about death and dying, but it really just kind of it talks about the holiness of God and the wonder of life. And I love this part of it. The rabbis who shaped the prayer hundreds of years ago recognized that in grief, we need to be reminded constantly of the wonder of the universe and the amazing gifts God has granted so that we can once again return to a good life after our mourning comes to an end. And not everybody really follows that or listens to it, but it's truly a good way. We grieve for so many, but we always have to know that life goes on, and God would want us to go on, and I think the people we grieve for would want us to always go on and live life to the fullest. So we're going to start with Kaddish de Rabbanan. And here we go. We will screen share and we're going to all read it and you'll see. Okay, so let me just get over a little bit.
In Lev Shalem, it's 111.
Yep.
Yes.
And thank you for the pages.
Oh, you're welcome.
Always helpful.
Actually, I'm looking at sorry. What did I do? This is for Lachuna. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, ladies. Give me a minute. I'm going to have to go back in to, I put up my Sunday things, which is, they're doing Lachuna. Okay. So here we go. And let me go back. I thought I had it. Give me 1 minute till I get a kaddish, shalom, Kabbalat Shabbat.
Isn't that Kabbalat Shabbat?
Yes, it's in Kabbalat Shabbat also, which is on page 11. No,
No,
it's 111. Okay, so let me.
Yeah.
I apologize. I've had a odd week. This is not. This is not right. All right, so let me get back to my Lev Shalem Shabbat and morning.
I think most of us have a book anyway.
Yeah, I know, but I like to put it up here in case.
Yeah, I don't have that book. I have the,
you don't?
no, I have the Sim Shalom.
Oh,
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm reading from the screen, so I like it
Yeah.
to be up.
That's what I do.
okay.
I
No, I
read
just
from the
wanted to make it
screen.
easy
Yes,
to
it's
add.
okay. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Here's the Kaddish de Rabbanan. Okay, so let me now do this. Let me open you all back up in front of me. Felicia's in the car. Hi, I see you. I know she can't actually get on, but okay, share.
Oh, that's cute.
Amen. What happened? Didn't work. Share screen. I'm talking. There, you have to do this, and then you have to do this. There we go.
There you
All
go.
right.
All right.
So, I'm not actually seeing all of you in front of me because I see this. Anyone who feels that they need practice on this beginning part, the yithkadav, yithkadash, and feel free to just say it, and we'll go over that. All right.
Well,
So what?
No, I was just going to say we might as well I was thinking about what you said about the pronunciation. And this one, did we go over this last time?
No, we haven't gone over this, but I tell you what, let's start. We have time. So, let's start with Eileen. Do these top 3 lines.
Okay.
We'll do it that way.
Yithkadav, yithkadash, Shemay,
Yes.
Rabba, Ba'alama,
Bi'alma.
Di, Vira, Kira,
This is
Ute,
Kir'u.
Kir Ute, Va'amlach,
V'yam. It's a yud.
okay, V'yamlach,
Not e.
V'yamlich,
Good.
Malchute, B'chayehon, I know this.
Yes.
Yo mechon.
Yes, good. It's so interesting. A lot of us recite it like automatically. Sometimes people recite it and don't really are mispronouncing. When you start to look at the words, so you should read them as you're doing it. And that's good because there's, a couple of things there that are a little bit harder. Okay, let's go on. Bonnie, do the next 3 lines. I hope the noise outside doesn't bother you all. I
Can't
can't
hear anything.
Good. Okay.
Okay.
Bonnie,
After
next.
the phone.
Say it again.
Where am I starting?
Uvachaye.
Okay. Uvachaye dechol Beit Yisrael va'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen.
Good. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So everybody, I know we all say this. Yehei Shmei Rabba Varach Li'olam Ulamei Almaya. Good. Okay. Now, Sally, please do these next 3 lines.
Okay. Yit barach v'yish tabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit Romam,
Mhm.
V'yit Naseh, V'yit Hadar, V'yit Aleh, V'yit Halal, Shemei Dikud Shah Brichu,
Good.
La'ela Min Kol.
Okay, and I'm going to stop you there. Madeline, if you would do these next three.
All right, I was looking at my book. Okay, where Shemi Diara? Where? Oh,
Here.
there.
Yep.
Birchata v'shirata tushmechata
No, look at this.
tushbechata
Yes.
v'nechamata dama da amiran baal ma
Be.
be or be
Be.
be.
But not
Yeah.
ba. It's not ba.
Oh,
It's
be.
be.
I'm sorry. Be al ma ve'imru. Amen.
Right. Now here's where we start to get into it. So do this line. Next line.
Oh, me? Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry. Al Yisrael va'al Rabbanan va'al va'al tal midehon
Mm-hmm.
va'al kol talmideh.
Yes. Yes. Okay. And then we got there. Vivian, if you would do these.
Okay. Talmidei hon.
Yes.
Hon. Okay. The al kol me'an.
Man. Man.
The kal man.
Yes.
Deas keen.
Mm-hmm.
Be'orayta.
Rayata. You hear the yud y. But orayata.
Be'orayata. Yeah, when you get these weird combinations, that's what you don't know what to do.
Right.
Be'orayata. D. The atra.
Good. Next
Okay.
one.
Hadain.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. The D. The call.
It's a ch. It's a ch. It's a chaf. The chal.
The call. Atar. The atar.
Va'atar.
Va'atar. Yehei. Lehon. Chon.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Shlama?
Shalama. Mm-hmm.
Shalama Rabbah.
Good. Okay. And I think you have one more line.
Okay. Hina.
It's a chet. China.
China. The Chista. The Rachmin.
Racha. The rachamin. Mm-hmm.
Rachamim. The Chayin. Chin.
Yes.
Zona. Revicha.
Good, good. As you all can see, it's mouthfuls and words we're not normally used to hearing with all of the combinations that they have. So let's try. Let's go, and then it continues. It'll change again. So let's see. Lori, Lori, if you would read, I'm going to have you read all four of these. Those are short ones. So here.
Okay. U
No,
perakana.
no, this is a fe. No dot in the middle.
Okay. U
No,
ferakana.
it's a foo. Ooh. Ooh, foo. The three dots is the ooh also, like that. So,
U for
right.
kana.
Yes.
Mean kadam.
Mm-hmm.
Vuhun.
Hone. Dots
Hone.
over.
Havohon. D. Vishamaya.
It's vish. This is one of those times where it's like a blend. Vish Maya.
Vishmaya. Ve'imiru.
The imru. Excuse me. It's also a blend.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with these blends.
I know. And they.
The imru. Main.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me move this. Hey. Shalama.
Mm-hmm.
Rabba. Min. Shemaya. The Hayim. Tovim. Aleno.
New. Do. Dots in the middle.
Alenu. Ve'al. Val. Ye.
No. Coal.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
cuff.
Yeah. Kal Yisrael.
Israel.
Oh, Yisrael.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. See, I'm doing it phonetically, and then I'm not getting that familiarity where it comes together.
Right.
Until it's kind of like there's a little disconnect there still.
That's all right. It just takes time. It really does. And the
if I'm Yisrael,
last two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ve'imiru. Amen.
Good. Okay. I don't think Hannah came on. Okay. And then this part, which is normally the Osa Shalom, there's a little bit of a difference here. So, Eileen, read this, please. This part.
Okay. Ose Shalom. Mimro. Yeah.
Beam.
Beam Romim.
Underneath there.
Ma.
Beam Romav.
Beam Romav. Hu. Barachman.
Rachamav. There's a vav at the end.
Rachamav. Va.
No. That's a yud.
Ya. Sa.
Se.
Yaase Shalom. Okay. Alenu. Vial. Kol Yisrael. Vaal. Kal Yish Te.
Yosh Ve.
Oh, I got that right, didn't I? Yosh Ve. That's a Te. That's a
Yes.
Teva.
Veil. Two dots. Veil.
Tevel. Va'imru. Amen.
Good. Okay. I don't know. Yes.
Ann, I have a question. I don't know if you know the answer to this, but if you look at this word, it's Eleno in the prayer, but if you conjugate the verb with a Hebrew dictionary, the correct pronunciation for that is Aleno, not Eleno. Do you have any idea what happened there?
And I've never heard of that. It's Alenu.
Yeah.
I don't,
because there's the difference is there's one dot under the.
No, I know what the difference, but this line here is a trop line. That's some of it. That line there is a trope line. You'll find that through here, but I'm not sure what you're looking in, but I know this is Aleinu. I've never heard of it as Alinu
I never
ever.
heard of it
I'm
either.
going to ask the Hebrew speaker, but I'm looking at 501 Hebrew verbs. So it conjugates
Okay.
every verb, past, present, and future.
Check
and
check with them and let
everything.
us know, okay?
Yeah.
Because I've never heard of that. But all right, let me just also tell you all that this part here, the Vial Kol Yoshvei Tevel, I don't know if your synagogues are adding that or not.
We
No.
do. We do in New York.
A lot of the conservative has started adding it. It started out with the renewal, I think, movement, and the conservative are adding it. And let me see if I can find what it means.
But you know what's funny? It's not, they don't say it where they use Sim Shalom. In my shul in Florida, they do not say it. In my shul here in New York, they do. Because,
Well,
you
you're
know,
right.
we
It
don't use
depends.
Shalom.
A lot of them are adding it. It's saying that we all uh,
And to all who dwell on earth, it says in
yes,
Shalom.
yes, it's all on and like I said, they're not all saying it, but more and more of them are starting to. So this Lev Shalom just has it in the brackets so that if the congregation is saying it, it's there. Some of them do leave it out. So okay, let me just stop share real quick. Um, did everybody get a chance to read? I think yes. Okay. How did you feel about that with the kaddish to Rabbanan? That's um,
You know, for me, the kaddishim are not hard only because the bottom of this one is, you know, a little more challenging. But the others, I say it to myself, you know, even when I finish saying kaddish, both my parents, I say it to myself when I was in shul, when I'm on the limud. So I repeat it to myself, and
right.
it's almost like it's in my head, and it's
Right.
comforting.
Well,
It's very familiar.
the first couple paragraphs are the same, but in this Kaddish de Rabbanan, you'll see the different words because we're talking about study and about students and about rabbis and all that kind of thing. So it takes the problem I find when I'm in services is they go so fast with it because these are words that get stuck in my mouth lots of times.
Right.
So I will still say it. I say it slow. I'm behind them, but that's,
Okay, I do too.
I think it's just better that you pronounce properly, and then eventually it comes. I'm a little better at it now because I've been saying it a little bit more, but there's a couple of words there that still get stuck in my mouth. It's just
You
too
know,
many.
it's funny you
So
say that
I'm
because
going
I
to
think
go
that
on.
happens to me too.
Yes. So I'm going to
Yeah.
go on, and we're going to go look at the kaddish shalom, and you'll see that the difference of kaddish shalom is okay, do this. Kaddish Shalem is on page 167 in the Lev Shalem and 138 in Siddur Sim Shalom. I'm not sure which copyright date though. So, because there's different Siddur Sim Shaloms. It's amazing how often they did that.
Yeah, I just look at it on the screen, and so it's good.
Good. Okay. So let me just get to it. 167. So let me go down here. I probably should have done it twice, but I hadn't done it the first time, so I messed up. Okay, almost there. 66. Here we go. 167. Kaddish Shalem. Okay. So, let me make sure I've got all of it on there. Okay. So, like I said, the top is the same. And there's I will tell you this, that I'm not sure of all the different tunes. There are supposedly different, they're called nigun, where it's a different tune, a different, uh, like it's a back and forth. It's for different kaddish. So it's this one I think is yithkadav yithkadav shemei rabbah. V'yalma divra kirute, v'yamlich machute, v'chayechonu v'yamechonu, v'chaye de kol beit Yisrael, v'agala uvizman kariv, v'yimaru, amen. I could be wrong, but I think that's the one for this tune. So we're gonna miss the top part and the second. We've done that, but let's go back into where it will be different. It's different than the Kaddish de Rabbanan. And let's go with, let's see. I think Eileen, you just read. So Bonnie, if you would read these 3 lines.
I think she
Bonnie's
went
not
away.
there.
Yeah, they're probably the same, but I know a lot of people have to go. Just read these 3 lines.
I don't
Bonnie
think
isn't
she's
there.
Bonnie, are you there?
Her thing is on, but she may have stepped away.
All right, let's go on. Sally, will you please do this?
Okay. Yit barach v'yish tabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit romam v'yit naseh v'yit hadar v'yit aleh v'yit halal shemei de this one kills me. Dekud shah
That's it.
brichu
And then this one.
la'ela min kol.
Okay. All right. And if you all see here, it says on Shabbat Shuvah, we add this instead. It's the difference. And one thing I came up with Shabbat Shuvah is right before Rosh Hashanah.
No,
Between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. It's between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. It's the only time of the year when we have it, and they add some things. So, okay, let's go on. Madeline Kleinman, I don't know why I said your last name. Madeline, if you would read these 3.
Yeah. Let me just. Birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran ba'alme be'alme be'alma
right.
ve'imru. Amen.
Okay, very good. And do, what was that? And do this, do this one too.
Yitkabal.
No, teat.
Oh, so yeah, right. Tit kabal, Silot hon.
Tihon. Go ahead.
Silot hon.
Tihon.
Oh, so that takes a vowel, that tet?
No, it's just a t. Just the sound. Salot tihon.
Silot tehon.
Right, and it's a ho. It's a hey.
Yeah.
Hon.
Silot hon. No ha. Hon.
Right.
Uva yuton.
No, it's an ayin. It's an ayin. So all you hear is the oo.
Okay. Uv hon.
U va ut hon.
Uva ut hon.
Yes.
Dechol Yisrael kadam avuhon di beshimaya ve'imru. Amen.
Okay. All right. We'll stop you there.
And I just
sure.
have one quick question. When kaddish shalom is said also during the week. If sometimes I'll show up at my synagogue's daily minyan. Is it the same for the Shabbat, like kaddish shalom, as it would be for the weekday? It's not.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Right. And as you can see with the kaddish shalom, it is different than the kaddish de rabbanan. This whole sentence here is different.
Yeah.
So they change, they just change it a little bit to make you aware of something else happening, and what they want to say with it. But yeah, it is always a kaddish shalom is the same. A chatzi kaddish is the same. And then, of course, you have the mourners kaddish and the rabbanan. Those are specific. But the kaddish shalom is always the same at the end of a service, starting with the next service. Okay? All right. So, Vivian, if you would read, let me see, from here and read this.
Okay. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael. The Imru Amen.
Good. And do this little part down here, and then we'll do this part.
Say shalom, bim romav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kal Yisrael, the al kal Yoshvei Tevel, the Imru Amen.
Good. Okay, so what I forgot to mention, and I don't know how many of you are aware of it or not. So when you say this Oseh Shalom in every one of them, Oseh Shalom Bimramav, you take 3 steps back.
Yes.
And Hu Yaseh Shalom. You then you take 3 steps back and you bow to the left, to the right, here, and then in the center.
Yes.
And the reasoning is you take the steps back in praise of God, and what you're doing is you're taking leave of God's presence. So that's why you bow both sides, just to acknowledge that God was there and that now you're finished this and you're taking leave of his presence. Okay, so let's see. So as you can see, that Kaddish Shalom has some different words than the Kaddish de Rabbanan. Okay.
Excuse me, Anne.
Yes.
That last paragraph, choreography. 2 steps back, left, right, center, and then aren't you supposed to bounce 3 times? I mean, not bounce.
No, that's for kiddush, kiddush, kiddush. When you're saying that, that's when you raise up the 3 times. This is whenever you have this sentence, it's you take 3 steps back, you go to the left when you say Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, right. You bow to the right, Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael, and then some people don't, they forget, they just do the left, the right, but then you're supposed to bow in the middle with it. But when we do as you say, the three bouncing, of which I'll say something about that too, that is that's part of the immediate.
That's during the Kedusha, but
right.
I thought that
no.
when you take the 3 steps back, you bow left, right, center, and then you do a little bit of a.
No. Okay. And actually, I have a thing. Years ago, we had a Rabbi Crespi, I think Melissa Crespi. She gave us this book on aerobics of prayer. And yeah, it's really neat. So she explained all of this different things to us. I think they might have it at Women's League. She had put it together for our Florida Region Branch Conference in 2001. Wow. So, and it's called Movement in Prayer, What to Do and Why. And it's so wonderful because she explains, I found it and I thought, that's why we're doing these. She tells us the movement we do and then why we do it. And it's it's a great thing. So, if you ever have questions about it, I'll look it up and we'll find it. So,
Nice. That sounds
but
nice.
yes. So Sally, no, we don't do the 3 bounces during those.
All right.
Okay. And let me tell you something about that, the 3 bounces. And I realized why. According to her, she had said, it's really not you're bouncing up and down. It's rising up again and again, coming up, up, up. But as we get older, it's hard to balance. And I think that it started when they couldn't balance, so they would come back, go up, come back, go up. So that's my theory.
Isn't it very possible?
I have gone to the pew in front of me.
Right, which that's fine. That's good. But, I can do it if I'm in flat shoes. But if I have a slight heel on, forget it. I'm all off balance. I can't do it. So, that's it. It really is just that going up. We're rising up to God. And so it's all the way.
Okay. Some choreography during the kaddish.
Yes. Well, during the kaddish, there's that bowing to the left and right, which is the angels. The angels are supposed to be on either side of you. So you're acknowledging the angels. Na'aritzacha, and then it goes, I can't think of it now, but it's you come back and then you bow to the left, to the right. And that's, like I said, it's acknowledging that the angels are there. Mm-hmm. And that's just, and you don't see everybody doing it. It's the truth, but it's something I learned when I was in Orthodox, and then my kids in the conservative synagogue that we went to, my kids learned that. USY and Kadima taught them phenomenally how to daven, as well as their religious school. So let's go look at the mourners kaddish.
Oh.
And we'll look and see what that is. The mourners kaddish, the mourners kaddish is on page 121. So let me move over so I can see my pages. 121 in Lev Shalom. So it's before. I put it in. It's actually the mourners kaddish is in every service. Right. So it's in the Shachrit. It's in the at the end of the Torah service at Musaf. So 121. Oh, come on, Ann. Okay, 123, 122, 120. Bezuke, 121. Here we go. So it's at the end. It's before the Bezuke. So here is the mourners kaddish. All right. So the mourners kaddish, you'll see a lot of it is the same, but there's a little bit of difference through it. So we're going to read the whole thing. And Bonnie, you weren't there when I called on you before. So if you would start, did you read at the end here?
I read the first prayer. No,
okay, all right. So if you would read these 3 lines here, and it's pretty much the same, but there's always some differences. Go ahead.
Yithkadav yithkadash me rabah, ba'amad divrei kirchotei.
Wait, go slower because you're smushing them together.
V'imlach malchutei. This word gets me.
Wait, I don't know where you are. Stop. I want you to do the alma di vara. Here, I want you to do this again.
Okay, show me because I'm lost I'm looking on my page. You want me to start at the top?
It's the 5th word. So you can start at the top is yithkadav yithkadav rabba. Then I want you to do.
Okay. Alma divrei kirutei.
No, divra. Divara.
Divara. Kirutei v'yamlach malchutei.
No, v'yamlich. There's an E.
It's because I go fast when I say it.
But you have to say it right.
Yes, that's the point of this. V'yamlich malchutei v'heyachon.
V'chai.
V'chai uveyom. Stuck on this one.
All right, start it. Say it again.
Okay. Uveyom mechon.
No, I want the word before it with the bet.
Okay. Behayechon.
Becha ye chon. Chai, bechai ye chon.
Yom chon.
Uveyomechon.
Those two words, even when I'm saying it to myself, I get tripped up.
Okay, so read it. Don't try and memorize it. Read it. Uveyomechon. Okay, you can stop now.
Ian,
Yes.
I have a question.
Sure.
So the ho yov, that second to last word, why isn't that hey? The hey?
Because it's a chet.
But the vowel, isn't that an a?
No, that's an a. Under the chet, it's an a. Becha ye.
Oh yes. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, the yay was at the yud. Okay. All right.
Got it.
Good.
Yep.
And Lori, it's your turn. Read the next three.
Oh, great. Okay. The ho.
No.
Hey.
Cha. Uvecha ye.
Uveha ye.
Good.
The kal.
Chol. Chol. It's a chaf. You hear a guttural.
Okay. The hal.
Yes.
Okay. Beit.
Mm-hmm.
Yisrael.
Mm-hmm.
Gala.
It's a one dot.
E. Okay. Uve E.
No, it's
Man.
uviz man. It's that blend again.
Uviz man.
Right.
Uviz man. Kariv.
Good.
Let's see, what is that? That's the E.
No. This is a vav, and you just hear the v sound.
The Meru. Amen.
Good. Everybody, this the whole Beit Yisrael, that's Beit Yisrael is the house of Israel, and it says for all the house of Israel, the whole Beit Yisrael. Eventually words will just come to you and you'll see them. Okay, so we all get this one. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Li'alam Ulamei Almaya. Okay, now Vivian, if you would read, I think I'm looking at the time. Read these two lines.
Okay. Yit barach, the yish tabach, the eat pa'ar,
Good.
the eat romam, the eat nase, the eat hadar, the eat aleh, the eat halal,
Lal.
the eat halal, shemei dekudasha desha.
Good.
Barichu.
Yes. Okay. Good. Madeline, if you would do, I'm gonna have you do these three right here.
Which one? Where's the
Le'ela.
Le'ela. I'm looking at my book. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bachata v'ne'amata.
Cha. V'nechama.
Oh, v'nechamata.
Yes. Yes.
Da'amiran ba'alma.
It's actually, I know you have trouble. It's b. Just the, but yeah, right. The alma. Good.
Alma v'imru. Amen.
Good. Okay. Yeah, those I think they're called shuvas. The two dots, it's hard. You're just basically hearing what the sound of that letter is. It's not, it
No
can't be
vowel.
ba.
It's no vowel attached to it.
Right. There's no vowel. It's just bet is a b.
But it's the
Het,
same as
het is a ch. It's just the sound. What before it would have a vowel on it.
Correct.
Okay. Sally, would you read these three?
Yeah, sorry, the phone just rang.
Oh, it's okay.
Yehi Shloma Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'yemru Amen.
Good. Okay. And Bonnie, if you'll do these last three.
Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael, ve'kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru amen.
Good. Okay. And then Eileen, we're going to go back up to this part. These three lines here.
Okay. Yitbarak, V'ish Tabar,
Tabach.
Tabah,
Mm-hmm.
V'yit Taf,
No, that's a pay.
Pay. Yeah. Pay.
Pay.
Yeah.
Right.
V'yit Ba'ar,
Good.
V'yit Ramah, V'yit,
All right. Say this again. I'm sorry.
okay. V'yit Tara Mom.
Romam. V'yit
Romam.
romam. And you have to hear the final mem. Okay.
Mom. V'yit Rush.
No,
That's a resh.
that's a nun.
None. Okay. I got that mixed up.
That's okay.
V'yit Ta Rush.
No. V'yit na
Sa.
say. So put it together.
V'yit Naseh.
Good. Okay.
V'yit Hadash.
What's that?
Hadar.
Yes.
Hadar.
Yes.
V'yit Nasa.
No, there's no nun anywhere here.
V'yita that's an u.
No. That dot you ignore. You have three underneath that are the vowel. So it's v'yit a le. Say it again.
V'yit alel.
Le. Just le.
V'yit aleh.
Okay.
V'yit halal.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shema.
2 dots.
Shemay.
Yep.
Dekudashah.
Good.
Okay. Baruch.
1 dot.
Baruch.
One dot.
A. No, E.
E.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Come on. You get. Okay. And then let's do these.
Okay. La'ela mean coal.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. I'll stop you there. Okay. Anybody have any other questions about these different kaddishim? Let me stop sharing. Okay. Did I lose someone? 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions about it?
I have a question.
Sure.
So when they do the kiddish, they say something before the kiddish.
The kiddish? You mean the Friday night kiddish?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's all right. So kiddish is different than kaddish.
I know. I thought this was a free-for-all time to ask a question.
No, it is. It's okay. It's okay. So the kiddish, on Friday night, you say a paragraph. We haven't gone over the kiddish, have we? I guess we didn't. They didn't put that on the list and for us to do. We can do it another time. But yes, you say a paragraph before the actual in my little booklet, it shows you say that on the 6 days, we have 6 days, and on the 7th day, God rest us. It goes Yom HaShishi, and then it goes on and on. So you say a paragraph before you do the actual kiddish. I don't think I can find it. Lev Shalom, the Sidurim don't normally have, some of them have it at the way back, have the Friday night blessings and things, but often they don't. So I don't think
Lev Shalom has
yeah.
Kiddush for Friday night, but not for Saturday morning. When they do it on Shabbat morning,
Right.
they
But
don't
what I'm saying is that, yeah.
I know, but it's not in the wording. Like they say something like Sadri, Chavarai.
Oh no, you're talking about that's for Birchat Hamazon.
Right.
You say that. Yeah. You say a part.
What's the exact words?
Okay. I have to have these things in front of.
It means friends come together.
Yes. Chavarai, a friend. So here's
that's what
I have my so it's Chaverei Nivarech. It's or Rabbatai, Chavarei Nivarech. That's beginning of the Birkat Hamazon. And it is that friends are coming together to thank God. And then you go on with Yehi Shem Adonai Mivarach Me'atav Ad Olam. So that's the Birkat Hamazon. Is that what you were referring to?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at it, because maybe when the rabbi says it, I'm on the Kiddush page, so I don't see what he's saying. I was trying to,
He's saying Rabbatai Nivarech, or he's saying Haverei Nivarech. Rabbatai is just singular. He's saying Haverei Nivarech. That's what he's saying before he starts the Birkat Hamazon, and he's saying friends together. Friends, we are, and we're doing that. So yes.
For Friday night in Lev Shalom is on page 79, but I have yet to find the other Kiddush for Saturday morning. I don't know where it is in this book.
It's probably at the end. It's towards the end. Yeah. So okay. For a couple of you, just keep practicing those vowels. Learn your vowels. Make sure you know E and A, U and O. It's that, because that changes the word when you use a different vowel. So you want to get those correctly. And you're all doing good. I'm sorry, what?
When is our last class?
February.
No, it's they had said that originally, but our last class is either, and Julia has to let me know what they want, December 17th or December 24th, and I would bet it's December 17th.
Oh, so we're not going through to February?
No.
Not with this class. They're going to stop. Like in any school, you're going to stop and have a break, and then they'll start class again. So they have to get all the stuff out. So yeah, so she had told me that I think it's December 17th is the last one.
No class in January.
Correct.
Okay. When they put this out, they said it ran through
I know, and that's why I gave you a schedule that went all the way through February, and then Julia goes, no, we're not. So so we're
whatever it is, we'll take it.
True. So okay. Anything else? Anybody that you're curious about, or you're not? I can help you with. I
guess I'll have to do it, but myself, I would the kaddish the Rabbanan. I have a hard time with that one. So
but your Hebrew is good, Sally. Your Hebrew is good, so just take your time reading those words. I'm sorry, who was that, Madeline?
I'm sorry, I have to go, so I'll say
okay.
goodbye.
All right.
I have a Shabbos. Have a good week.
Shabbat shalom. All right, everyone. But just, that's why I say copy it over. And if you're not even sure, you can go on to Google for a YouTube of the prayers. Sometimes, not every prayer is YouTubed, but you might be able to find it there, and you can listen to them there. It's different. Sometimes it's conservative, sometimes it's Orthodox. I try to avoid the Chabad. That's my own.
And I find that you're saying that even when I think I know the prayer, like the Kaddish, if I just say it in my head, I'm saying some of it wrong. But when I actually hold the book in front of me and I read it, I go, oh, that's not really what I just said, is it? And I find that that's very key.
It's very important to read your prayers. I've always said this. People who do it by heart. I mean, we had a religious school director who used to say, you don't do everything by heart. You have to do it from your heart.
Right.
So you read it, and because honestly, a lot of us get it wrong when we just, the one for candles, yes, we all know. The one for wine, yes, we all know. But otherwise, so ladies, I have another meeting which I've got to get on to for Women's League. So have a Shabbat Shalom.